Rengoku is one of those characters you can't help but love. He's one of those characters that comes out of nowhere and instantly becomes a fan favorite. He reminds me of another character from another big shonen, arguably the biggest shonen of all time, and that is Portuguese Ace from One Piece. Ace is just like Rengoku. He came out of nowhere and becomes the instant fan favorite. They both use fire attribute as their main source of power. They're both goofy characters when we first see them. Ace falling asleep whilst eating his meal back in Alabasta, and Rengoku just screaming from the top of his lungs, with Tanjiro and the others looking proper baffed. Not only the look, but that smile Rengoku has as well. It's this big goofy grin that he has all throughout the movie that makes him such a charismatic character. However, in One Piece, Ace did end up dying halfway through the story in the Marineford War story arc. Very similar to how Rengoku died in the Mugen Train arc, which is also roughly halfway through the story. Now, I'm an anime only fan when it comes to Demon Slayer. Their animation and just the sheer visual spectacle the show brings will just leave you asking yourself, what the hell am I watching? It's art. It's a visual masterpiece. That's why I will gladly wait for the anime to adapt all other arcs instead of finishing off the story by reading the remaining arcs from the manga. So after the Entertainment District arc, I have no idea what happens next. So to my surprise, when watching the Demon Slayer movie, actually seeing a character like Rengoku, who became an instant fan favorite during the film, being killed right at the end of it was shocking for me to see. Now, I could tell Akaza was playing around during his fight against Rengoku, as he was more trying to recruit Rengoku as a demon rather than actually fighting him. But Rengoku was still making him sweat in this fight. Now, whilst these big hitters were having their fight, we had Tanjiro, Inosuke and Zenitsu all witness this fight and subsequently witness the death of Rengoku. Now, and as much as I love Rengoku, he needed to die in order for our characters to progress in the story. And if anything, I actually rate the fact that Demon Slayer had the balls to actually kill off one of the main mentor figures of the story. In such a short space of time, Rengoku ended up being a serious mentor figure for our main trio, and especially to Tanjiro, since he was showing Tanjiro more fire-breathing styles against the fodder demons in the train. The typical mentor figure training his student storyline, which we have seen all throughout media history in various anime, TV shows, movies. We have seen it so many times over the years, and we know what to expect, and we even know what life lessons that the mentor figure will teach to their student. What I loved what they did here with Rengoku and our main trio, when Akaza came down and Rengoku is all bloodied up and fighting him, of course Rengoku will never give up, because it's been established that he is that type of character. As we see in his flashback where Rengoku is always trying to get his dad's approval, but his dad, being an abusive alcoholic, pays no attention to him and puts him down, calling him useless and all sorts of horrible stuff. But Rengoku doesn't stop. He still goes back and keeps giving his dad updates on his progression from becoming a Demon Slayer to a full-fledged Hashira. So from that, we know he's not the type of guy to give up. And even when he knows he's being overpowered by Akaza, he still carries a heroic face and keeps pushing back. And the thing is, he is aware that our main trio are also there watching the fight. So everything he does and says will stick into the memory of our main trio forever. And what does he say during his fight against Akaza? He never once stated in that fight against Akaza that he will beat Akaza. Instead, he was saying throughout the fight that he will never let any of the innocent people aboard the train die. This line was the line for me that made Rengoku the fan favorite character of Demon Slayer. Because at the end of the day, it's not about killing demons, it's about making sure that innocent people are safe against these monsters. That line is so iconic that even other Hashiras compare themselves to it, such as Tengen in the Entertainment District arc, where he compares himself to Rengoku, that whenever he goes on missions, there are still casualties. However, whenever Rengoku went on missions, there was never any death or casualties. That's the main lesson, in my opinion, that Rengoku wanted to teach our main trio. Yes, Rengoku had the famous "set your heart ablaze" speech as he was dying, which messed up everyone in the cinema. But we have seen speeches like that before. It's like when Ace died, he told Luffy to push forward and that he can become the Pirate King. So not only was it important for our main trio to not only see Rengoku fight, but it was important for them to actually witness his death as well. As messed up as that is to say, our main trio got to see the power level of Akaza, who is Upper Moon 3, meaning that as strong as he is, he is still nowhere close to being the strongest amongst the demons. They saw the level they have to reach as a demon slayer to combat these demons. They learned important life lessons from Rengoku, and finally, they learned that they are not invincible. Even someone as powerful as Rengoku died right in front of their eyes. After Rengoku's death, our main trio used his death as an inspiration to keep training and to push themselves to the limit. As we saw in season 2 of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro always took his training seriously, but the other two were slackers. But after witnessing Rengoku's death, they didn't care anymore. They wanted to be strong enough to take on the Upper Moon demons. It's the same as Luffy after Ace died. After the 2-year time skip, there is an air of confidence within Luffy's character. You feel he's at ease with himself and that he can take on any challenge that comes his way. That's why almost immediately after the time skip, he challenged both Kaido and Big Mom, 2 Emperors of the Sea, to a fight. It's similar with our main trio back in season 1. They were struggling against Rui, who is a lower moon 12. They were scared shitless against Rui and his spiders, but after the death of Rengoku, these 3 characters without hesitation are taking on Upper Moon 6, Gyataro and Daki without any fear. And to top it all off, they're actively going out of their way to try and save as many people as they can, which is what they've learned from Rengoku. Look at Zenitsu before Rengoku's death and after his death. He's a completely different character. He's brave, he wants to protect people, he's using techniques such as Godspeed, which can have severe repercussions to himself. Zenitsu is a beast now. Tanjiro doesn't hesitate anymore. Normally he's a character that overthinks every situation, and when he's backed against a corner, he starts to panic and second guess himself. But Tanjiro got his jaw sliced by Gyataro, but he still carried on with his attack. Inosuke even tanked getting stabbed through the chest, and it was all 3 of them that killed Upper Moon 6, Gyataro and Daki, not Tengen. In my opinion, this level of progression for our characters was only possible due to them witnessing the death of Rengoku. If they just heard that Rengoku died from other Hashiras, I don't think that it will make much impact. But them actually being there and seeing his death and the important life lessons he taught them is the push they needed to reach their monstrous potential. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. What other videos of Demon Slayer would you like me to make, and are there any specific characters you would like your tribal chief to talk about? Again, let me know in the comments down below, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to the Shaman Tribe.